Open-minded ka ba? Gusto mo bang kumita ng pera kahit natutulog lang? Keep watching and let me teach you how. Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Rob and I document my 20s while helping fellow 20s. For this episode, hindi ko kayo tuturuan mag-networking. Rather, I will teach you what digital banks are. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor or an expert in this field. Please do your own research and verify the information that I share. It is important to ensure that what I'm saying aligns with your personal situation and needs. If you have any different views, please share them in the comments below so that we could all learn together. Okay? Also, this is not a sponsored episode, so I'm not affiliated with any of these banks. If you're interested, let's get started. Let's first define what are digital banks. Digital banks are banks that operates entirely online and doesn't have physical branches. They offer services like savings accounts, loans, and payments through digital platforms. They typically provide customers with the convenience of 24/7 access to their finances, and often they have lower fees and high interest rates compared to traditional banks. You might ask, bakit yung traditional bank ko? Meron din namang online app. Di digital banks na rin sila. You have to remember that traditional banks that have digital apps doesn't mean that they are digital banks. Later on this video, we'll talk about more of their differences and what are the advantages of digital banks. Okay? Pero for now, tandaan mo lang na digital banks, walang physical branches. Traditional banks, merong physical branches. Ano bang advantages ng digital banks? Let's start with convenience. Digital banks are accessible 24/7 anywhere, basta meron ka lang internet. One cybersecurity tip that I will leave to you is do not ever open your digital banks or any account related sa ating bank accounts or money to a public or free Wi-Fi. Bakit? Kasi we are prone to hacking and phishing attacks. Next is cost savings. Dahil nga, digital banks operate entirely online. They don't have physical branches to maintain. Ngayon, mas mababa yung kanilang processing fees or transfer fees. On the other hand, they could offer high interest rates to their customers. Next is enhanced security. Sa mga nagtatanong kung safe ba ang digital banks, yes po, safe ang digital banks. Bukod sa PDIC insured up to 500,000 pesos per account holder, digital banks have advanced security features katulad ng encryption, biometrics, and so on. Although, yung traditional banks din naman have it. Ano ba yung mga popular digital banks natin sa Philippines? One of the few examples ay CIMB, Maya, Uno Digital Bank, UB Digital Bank, Maybank, and marami pang iba. If you want to learn more about them, you can just search them online. Question: si GCash ba ay digital bank? The answer is no. Because GCash is a mobile wallet and financial service app. But even though ganon, GCash is partnered with CIMB, BPI, Uno Digital Bank, and many more accessible through their app. Bilang consumer, how do we choose the right digital bank for us? First is assess your needs. Ask yourself, what's the most important thing to you? Do your research and compare the interest rates, services offered, and check if fit ba sa inyo yung mga features ng digital banks in our country. Next is to compare their interest rates. Syempre, kaya nga tayo gagamit ng digital banks para ma-utilize natin yung pera natin na kahit hindi natin galawin, nag-grow. The more interest rates they could offer, the better. Some digital banks offer up to 15% interest rate per annum. Pero depende na lang yun sa kung anong requirement nila for you to achieve the 15%. They could require you to spend a certain amount or they could require you to save certain amount for a certain period of time. Lastly, you have to evaluate their security features. We are living in an era where most of our transactions ay naging digital na. Now, if the digital bank you are using right now or kung mamimili ka pa lang prioritizes cybersecurity above anything, then it's a green flag. Since we are already discussing digital banks, let's also discuss how to stay safe online. First is use strong password. Obvious na yan. So wag na tayong dumagdag sa tropa ng mga gumagamit ng password na 12345 because it never works. One cybersecurity tip to create a strong, robust password is to combine uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, symbols, and habaan natin up to 16 characters. Next is enable two-factor authentication or 2FA. Yung 2FA is like having a double lock sa mga pinto natin. First lock is yung ating password, which should be strong in the first place. And yung second lock natin ay yung security code that changes every time. Yung security code na to ay yung OTPs, email verification, biometric verification, and many more. Kaya nga, ulit-ulit tayo ng sinasabi na do not share your OTPs. Kasi parang binuksan mo na lang din yung double lock mo, di ba? Lastly, you also have to monitor your account regularly para if there are something suspicious happening to our accounts, we could immediately report it to our digital banks or banks and prevent further damage. In connection to all of it, be wary of phishing scams. Never ever click on suspicious links that is sent to our emails and text messages. Kasi at the end of the day, tayo pa rin ang best security. Kahit gaano pa kalupit yung password mo, kahit tatlo pa yung security feature mo, kahit gaano pa kalupit ang security ng banks natin, kung tayo rin naman ang magbibigay ng information sa mga scammers at hackers, edi parang wala rin lahat, di ba? If you receive suspicious or alarming calls or texts from other people, take a pause, huwag ka munang magsasalita, pakinggan mo muna, and assess kung feeling mo scam ba ito. If it's too good to be true, malamang scam yan. Kapag na-feel mo naman na natatakot ka or merong something na aligaga yung tumatawag sa'yo at kailangan na nilang makuha yung information sa'yo agad-agad, take a pause ulit and step back dahil malamang ginagamitan kanila ng psychology of fear para i-feed sa kanila yung information they needed para ma-open nila yung account mo. Kasi kapag ganun, walang magagawa yung digital banks natin or any security features kasi binigay natin yung information they needed to access our accounts in the first place. We allowed them to have it. So, tayo ang best security feature. To recap, ang digital banks ay banks that doesn't have physical branches and operates entirely online. They have low processing fees and high interest rates. The more money we could save using the digital bank partnered with high interest rate, the more we could make more money kahit natutulog lang tayo. So that's one hack. How to choose the right digital bank for us? Do your research first. Compare different services and interest rates of different digital banks in the Philippines and ask yourself, what's the most important thing to you? Is it the high interest rate or security features? Ikaw ang boss. Ikaw ang masusunod. Finally, to stay safe online using our digital banks, number 1, use strong passwords. Number 2, enable two-factor authentication or 2FA. And number 3, huwag magpapaloko. Huwag magpapascam. Kalma lang at pakinggan kung ano yung sinasabi before we respond. I hope you picked one or two things sa ating conversation ngayong araw for this episode. If you found value in this, please hit the subscribe button and share this to your friends, relatives, or anyone who could benefit from this. Together, let's help more young Filipino adults manage their finances para maiwasan natin ang financial disaster as we age. That's it for this episode. See you on the next. Jane!